Good morning, everyone. We are going to see about the electric field intensity due to the line charge. So there are two methods for calculating the electric field intensity. One is by using Coulomb's law, and the other one is by using Gauss law. So in this video, we are going to see about the application of Coulomb's law for calculating the electric field intensity due to the line charge. So what is the line charge? So line charge is nothing but distribution of charge in a conductor. So the distribution of charges along the length of the conductor is called as line charge, and number of charges present per unit length is called as line charge density, which is called as ρL. So we are considering a conductor which has charges along the length and which is present along the z-axis. So we are considering a small length of the conductor with dl, and the point is 0, 0, z dash. So since it is along the z-axis, x and y coordinates are 0. So it is at the distance of z dash distance from the origin. Similarly, we are considering the field point where the electric field intensity is calculated. So the electric field is calculated at the point x, y, z, which is called as point P. So the electric field has now two components, which is along the rho direction and the z direction. Rho is nothing but suppose you are considering point P, you are projecting this point in the xy plane. So the corresponding xy coordinates, as we have seen in the cylindrical coordinate system, so which is nothing but rho is a point in the xy plane which has coordinates x comma y. Okay, so it is x into ax plus y into ay. Okay, so which is the perpendicular distance here, and we have the distance vector, which is nothing but field point minus source point. So field point is x, y, z, and source point is 0, 0, z dash. So the difference between these 2 points, okay, which will give the distance vector, because we are going to apply the Coulomb's law. So Coulomb's law says the force between the two charges is inversely proportional to the square of the distance. So this distance vector is important in calculation of the electric field intensity. So as per Coulomb's law, the electric field intensity is given by this formula, Q by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into AR. AR is the unit vector. And what is Q here? Q is written in terms of the charge density multiplied by dz. dz is since it is in along the z axis, we have dz here. So we are substituting instead of Q, integration rho L dl divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square. This is 4 pi epsilon naught. This 4 pi epsilon naught is the constant. And when you substitute this AR, instead of AR, you can substitute R vector divided by modulus of R vector. So here you have modulus of R cube, which is nothing but root of, that is R vector we have to find, xax plus yay plus z minus z dash into az. That is the R vector. Okay. So instead of xax plus yay, we can substitute rho. So this is the distance between the field point and the source point, and this is the value of AR by R square. It is R divided by R cube. So when you substitute this one, R value, rho square plus z dash, z minus z dash whole square. Okay, here you have root of rho square plus z minus z dash whole square. Okay, whole cube. So that root is nothing but 1 by 2. So we have 3 by 2 here. So rho into A rho plus Z minus Z dash A Z divided by this value. So when you substitute this value here, rho L by 4 pi epsilon naught into, I am substituting AR by R cube here and integration with respect to Z dash. So my intention is to get the integration in terms of alpha. Okay, so here we are expressing the length of the conductor that is along the Z axis, and alpha 1, alpha 2 are the two angles, okay, made between this rho vector, it is rho, and the corresponding length between that source point and field point. Okay, similarly alpha 2. So we are changing the integration here from Z dash to alpha, and we are doing some trigonometry here, and after doing that the integration is now in terms of alpha, and the alpha varies from alpha 1 to alpha 2 along the length of the conductor. Here length of the conductor I am taking from point A to point B. Point A is making the angle alpha 2 and point B is making the angle alpha 1. So this is for finite length of conductor. So we are integrating with respect to alpha 1 to alpha 2, and the integration leads to this one. Okay, this is the final value for finite line charge. Okay, so this is line charge density. So it is inversely proportional to the rho value, which indicates the electric field intensity is a function of A rho and AZ. It has both components. Suppose if we are considering an infinite line charge, which is extended along the minus infinity to plus infinity, that is Z varies from minus infinity to plus infinity, then correspondingly this alpha 1 and alpha 2 becomes, which will vary from minus pi by 2, that is pi by 2 to minus pi by 2. So accordingly we have to change the integration limits, and we are finally getting rho L by 2 pi epsilon naught rho. So which indicates the electric field intensity is inversely proportional to the distance between the field point and the source point, okay, and directly proportional to the line charge density, and it is along the rho direction only. So the component of AZ is cancelled because cos pi by 2 is 0 and cos of minus pi by 2 is also 0. So this component becomes 0 for line charge with infinite length. So finally we are getting for infinite line charge, this is the expression rho L by 2 pi epsilon naught into rho into A rho. So rho is the perpendicular distance between the line charge and the field point. A rho is the unit normal vector along that distance directed from the line charge to field point. So what is the important point here? The electric field due to the line charge is just inversely proportional to the distance, and the direction of electric field intensity is along the rho direction only. So this is about the line charge intensity calculation. Thank you. We are going to see in the next video surface charge density and how to calculate the surface charge density, that is electric field intensity due to the surface charge density. Okay, thank you.